Yeah, hi, good morning, guys. I just wanted to give you a bit of a quick update on the Cleveland property market and what I feel is going on. I don't know if you follow our social media, follow our site, our campaigns that go out, you'll probably see that there's been I put a couple of posts up, I did a video on it, the lack of inventory in Cleveland and the fact that it's getting, what I feel, because it's me that deals with the suppliers on a daily basis, it's getting harder and harder to find good inventory. When I say good inventory, I mean inventory that at the right price, the right condition, the right neighborhoods that we've been used to seeing over the last 12, 18, 24 months. And they're just not there. And I think as investors, as a company, we have to accept sometimes that markets change and due to the demand, number one, overseas investors and domestic investors as well, wanting to invest in the city because of the Cleveland Clinic, Dan Gilbert putting money into the city, Amazon coming in. So all of these things have been happening over 2 years, but we can't expect that prices are going to stay the same. We just can't. It doesn't happen. Property markets don't work like that. So, and it was funny, and it just clicked with me yesterday because I was speaking to one of my suppliers yesterday, and I was like, where's all the properties? And he's like, Mike, why are you selling these properties so cheap? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, there's duplexes in Cleveland now, in Mount Pleasant, and Buckeye, Glenville, selling for 110, 120, and you're trying to ask me to get them for 85, 90,000, 75 in some cases. He's like, single family homes are selling for $90,000 to $100,000. So that's why you're not getting inventory, because if the suppliers and the sellers can sell to somebody else at a higher price point, what are they going to do? They are. So if I'm asking these suppliers for, single family homes for, let's say, 55 to 65,000, but they can sell them for 80,000, why are they going to give them to me? So I think I just wanted to do a short video because the likelihood is in Cleveland, because of what's going on, the city's moved on a lot in the last year, in the last 2 years. I think next year we will see prices going up, but it's not to say it's still not a great investment. The city will still move over the next 3 to 5 years in terms of price point, capital appreciation, especially in some of the neighborhoods like Buckeye, Shaker, Glenville, Euclid, North Collingwood, South Collingwood. All these areas will still go up in price. And I think the great thing as well is the fact that the rents seem to be going up as well. So even though you might pay a little bit more for the property, your cap or your return on investment is still around about the same. So I just wanted to just share my thoughts on it this morning because it's been getting a kind of frustrating dealing with the sellers and the suppliers. And then I had this call yesterday with one of my suppliers that I use, and she was saying to me, Mike, you're selling too cheap, everybody's selling at higher prices now, so kind of get used to it. But it's still a great investment. So I think, we always try to get properties below market value. But I think for a good single family home in Cleveland now, I think we're going to be looking at $70,000 up to maybe $85,000, but they'll rent for $1,200, $1,300 a month, which is what the duplexes used to rent for 3 or 4 years ago, $550 a unit. Whereas a duplex now, we might sell from anything from, $90,000 up to $110,000, but those units now rent for $750 up to $900 a unit. So you're nearly getting gross $2,000 a month. So your cap rate is still anything between 16 and 18%, which is still, as a net return, it's still fantastic. You look at the Detroit market, what's happened. like Detroit has seen a lot of growth over the last 8 to 10 years, but the rents have gone up and people are still investing in Detroit because it's an established market. Cleveland is still a little bit behind. So I just wanted to share what happened yesterday and my thoughts on the whole thing. We can't keep trying to get houses if they're not available, and just as investors we need to get used to sometimes prices going up, but at the same time the rents are going up as well, which is great. So the returns are still decent, 16 to 18% on your money. If you've got, I don't know, $80,000 to $150,000 in the bank, earning you 0.5% maybe, then you're better off putting it into a house in Cleveland. And I still think in the US, Cleveland, in terms of price point, your cap rate, your return on investment, is still the best value for money in the US right now. So I'll leave you with that. Of course, you can check our inventory daily. It's updated, the website's updated daily with sold properties and new properties. So I'll stick the link above, and have a great day.